Hey everybody, it's KZ, welcome back. It's time for more my lovely Let's Play of Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Great to see you. It's been a good few days since my last session. Allowed myself to refresh and whatnot before we dig into more, of course. Seeing me mess around with the buttons, that's how you know it's been a while. Didn't remember what button does anything. In the last one, we made to Shakan, which is the Bethel's, like, golden angel dungeon place. We have to pursue Yoko, but also Abdiel apparently is going to be here, so that's going to be a problem. Given that we're kind of not supposed to be here. It's okay, Mastema said it would be totally cool if we hung out here. That's not really going to matter. We can't, like, I don't think we can give him another call or anything, so we're just going to have to deal with it regardless. That's a lot of horses. Hey man, we doing good? The way they do dungeons in SMT5 specifically is fascinating because it's a game that's predominantly built for very large zones the whole way, where the demons are just kind of hanging out. Maybe sometimes they'll pursue you, but most of the time they don't. Here they kind of have to build something that makes sense. I do like how they just uniformly start fucking neighing at me whenever they see me here. They sometimes do these areas well. A lot of times they just kind of plop demons as like large walls to make you push through. Definitely doesn't hit as good as the games before it. But, you know, I guess it gets the job done. Alright, let's start clearing up.
Your fate's already sealed.
It's just too cool. Even if I'm not like hitting as high a DPS as I could, I still love it. There, shatter like glass, idiots. They're like, that was crazy. He fucking killed everybody in there. Oh, cool. Dude beamed in like he's Mega Man. Excuse me. Wait, where are we? Ah, yes. We have to go straight that way. Nope. Don't you even think about it, Buster. Get in here. We don't necessarily have to fight a lot of random fights in here. It's just Oribus also. It's like, come on. Give me some souped up angel to fight, then we'll talk. I will talk to you, friendly horse. Ugh. What is that contraption up ahead? Up becomes down, down becomes up. It's confounding. Oh no. Oribus is not built for dungeon mechanics. This definitely seemed like an object I would hit. Ah, examine. So we've got ourselves a gravity dungeon. So now we're up here on the ceiling now. You can fall down to this. That doesn't really get us anywhere, it looks like. This dungeon I have the least experience in of pretty much every single one in the game because it's the one unique that you come across between the routes. The Canon of Creation route gave us a dungeon that that's main premise is big fans that push you with air. And you gotta make use of these things to push yourself to certain platforms and get to the other side. It was also maybe too complicated for its own good. I do remember when the game came out on Switch. I think maybe a month or two later they patched it and removed some of the options because some of them just kind of like really pushed you toward just never making progress in that damn place. Alright, we're at the first stratum nave. that we would return from engaging the Demon King's armies only to be greeted with the breaching of our barrier. What sort of dreadful attack could have destroyed the barrier protecting such holy ground? I'll be honest, something got caught in my throat right before I had to read that guy's dialogue. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting to choke and die right on the spot. Alright, we got some nues. Excuse me, sirs. See, this is kind of how they do, like, whenever they want to block you in dungeons, is they just kind of, like, drop clumps in doorways, which I think is really, they're like, how can we, like, simulate random battles people don't want to engage with, but with enemies in the field? And they figured it out somehow. I mean, good for them, but also it's a little much. So I've instituted new tech for the videos here. I've added auto ducking for audio. You'll have already noticed it by now, maybe, which is just whenever I'm not speaking, the game will naturally raise. This is mainly done in an attempt to make it so that there's a little bit more audio balance that's a bit tighter. Definitely saves a little bit of time on my side. I still end up tinkering with the levels in the edit because I want it to be to my taste, but I feel like this should ease up a little bit on the workflow. Just trying to do some level of like marginal improvements to the videos as I continue to bust them out. I was talking a little bit about this on an update, but that was for my stream VOD channel, which you know, mainly because I'm just kind of focusing on getting more consistency up here instead of bogging down with like certain like other videos and stuff over here. But yeah, I gotta say, so far channel, the Let's Play stuff has been fun to come back to. Has it been a rousing success? I've looked at the views. No. That said, as I never intended to be the type of creator where if I was gonna come back and do a thing, I wasn't gonna quit after one sample size. I wanted to get back into the flow of these things. If I start bombing, you know, from a view perspective on like some more newer contemporary stuff, you know, then I would, you know, start examining how these are doing. But that said, I am fine with how things are going here. That, and also I've been enjoying making these. I think above all else, very important that I make stuff that I like. And I have liked doing this. I better have, because I've spent a lot of time playing this game again for these. But I've definitely been enjoying them. Just getting on a streak of like, ooh, I need to do more of this. Sometimes I'm late for stream because I'm like, I need, you know, I could just get another one of these done. Get another little morsel in there. Damn it, I was hoping I could jump and clear this guy. You don't deserve my attention. Stop hitting me. Ow. Ow. They think they're trying to do something, and I think that's just fucking right. Alright, buff the squad. We have shit to do. That's it. You're getting 4 Pierce Blizzards in a row. Have fun, and thanks for playing. You can't even live the full onslaught. Only 3. Also, another argument in with regards to this series not doing amazingly. My bar for that, by the way, is trying to keep above like maybe the 500 view marker, that kind of thing. I've already streamed through this game a couple of times. So some people who watch my stuff but are like, I've seen you go through this a couple of times. I don't know if I need the Let's Play format for it. Yeah. Something I haven't done before. But, you know, since I'm not going to do as many of the big, long new JRPGs when a new one comes out on my streams, you know, there's another avenue for it. Also, that kind of made more sense when I was doing playthroughs and stuff, that I do the big JRPGs in Let's Play form. It was a lot easier for people that were also going to play it at the same time to have a thing where it's like, oh, okay, a little chunk of it comes out a day instead of, okay, so he just did about 9 hours yesterday and he's 6 hours in today because he cannot do anything in small quantities. And also because whenever it's a good JRPG, I'm just like, I'm gonna keep plugging away at this. I'm gonna keep chewing it up. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, we have 2 of these in the room. So obviously this is gonna command some level of some amount of nuance. We got 2 Grimmies. Really do wish I could just like hit these things to activate them personally. It feels like they're built to be hit, man. Let's see. Looking at the map here, I came in through there. So I've got to either hit the platform on bottom left or the one directly in front. Well, this comes down to looking up and seeing where something brings us. Okay, so this one's good. If I can find the angle, this brings us here. Doesn't look like I can get over there. But I could just leave. I can just progress without getting the treasure, it looks like. I think. I think if I drop down here. Oops. Hit the wrong button. This puts us... Yeah, it puts us right here. Alright, we made it to the 2nd stratum. Anybody hanging out around here? No. Okay. Hey, man. Once again, outwitted by me. Alright, what we got? Pick up, follow the sparklies. It's our best chance of finding new things. Okay, there seems to be stairs over yonder. Ah. Hold on, is this pointed this way? Okay, yeah, I picked the wrong direction. Yeah, it's a set of stairs up here. Nah, if I pass that. Let's look up here and get a better look. Maybe I head all the way down? Yeah. Would be that way. Yo, shout out to the Kinky just hanging out over here. Oh, okay, they got a bunch of them hanging out. I guess it makes sense. Bring the gold demon into the gold dungeon. Alright, so this puts us in this spot. Ah, yeah, this works. We can hit up a staircase up on our right. Oh my god! I have a lot of criticism on your security system. I don't like it. I just realized I can skip by going around that way. Alright. They want me to fight 18 Nues and just end my life. Like, I'm not doing it, man. They're not even that impressive. What is impressive, potentially, is the treasure over here. You fucks. Not a chance. Ah! They weren't even spawned in, let's be honest here. Like, half their body was, like, in the room. I'm not gonna take that. We're gonna throw the smoke ball, and they're gonna be like, ah, I can't see. Listen to me, you stupid little bastard. I'm not fighting any of you. Throw the smoke ball again. essence of Hydra, an essence essence of Moloch. Dog for a living so tough. Sometimes you say a thing wrong. What's up, Kinky? We'll destroy all the angels, hold dear, and avenge the Demon King. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so these are the intruders. I was kind of questioning. This guy doesn't look super law-like.
Young man.
Some of the more physical demons like that definitely are in the might mix right chaos type of thing. I sense angels up ahead. Hold a moment and we'll listen to their convo. What is the situation regarding the demon invaders? Sir, the demons are being dealt with. However, it appears the saint is among the intruders. That cannot be. She must be after that power for herself. Accursed saint. So this is how she betrays us after our master graciously spared her life. No one must be allowed to reach the inner sanctum. Make haste. We cannot let her profane this sacred place.
Now then.
We've avoided a fight for now, but what did they mean when they said the saint is among the intruders? Could be Yoko. Explain yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Evil saint. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, so Hiramine was working with the Kadishtu, and Izanokami died trying to save you. Based on what you've told me, it sounds like the key to reviving Tiamat was the dragon slayer Nahobino. In other words, you and Aogami. Which means it's possible that Hiramine befriended you in order to report your activities to Lilith.
I see.
Now that I think about it, Asheth abducting Atsu's sister and forcing him to fight you wouldn't have made sense unless she knew about your friendship. So she was conspiring to trap you the entire time, all while trying to avoid drawing suspicion.
But
Still, I don't believe everything about her was a lie. I suspect that she may have felt some hesitation. Yeah, she did. In any case, given what we know, it seems safe to say that saint whose angels we're discussing is indeed Hiramine.
we should go.
We don't know why she's here, but I'm concerned about that power they mentioned. We should continue onward. I'm glad we had an exchange here to show that we, I imagine plot-wise we run like head first into Shakan shortly after fusing. So I guess there were some things that we did not immediately mention, like the full situation that led to our separation from Aogami and our big loss at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. I'm gonna be honest here, I forgot how many times they say it. I went insane. Every scene where they're like, hey, did you hear what happened at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building? Like, they say the whole damn thing, man. I get it, that's the name, but also it just kind of felt a little crazy. Alright, let's look at this. This room actually seems to be a bit more complicated. I need to hit the upper section up there. Let's see. I can do that. That puts me on this side, and that's it. That actually is just the answer. I missed out on some treasure, but that's fine. In a Let's Play in which I'm getting lost and not finding one treasure for minutes is way worse than, you know, just getting through it quick. Not trying to rush or anything, but I get anxiety when I'm too stupid and it takes forever for me to get a thing. What's up, Throne? Demon who walks on hallowed ground, hear me. The name Kadishtu means devoted one in an ancient tongue. Long ago, those demons served a station of faith befitting their name. And those witches now seek to destroy the order of the bull god in retaliation for the humiliation they have suffered for so long. In other words, their motivation is but personal vengeance. And they are willing to use anyone and anything to accomplish it. Those demons are no more, and yet their will continues to be violently carried out. What foolishness! The intruders have no business defiling the sacred grounds. Very true, dude. I'm gonna try and stop part of their plan, if that helps, you know? As long as you guys stop, like, beating me up. That'd be preferable, honestly. That's, like, my least favorite part, is the part where you keep trying to hurt me. wrap around. We wrap around. We wrap around. There we go. Up here. Alright, we got a triple set of treasures over there. They come out from a door. I don't see any devices nearby, so it looks like I can just get up to another room and then come out from that door. Ooh, we got some worms. Some Urloomgurs. Love those guys. I love Technotron snakes. I just think it's funnier to call them worms. We get some Pazuzus hanging out, and then they're popping up. Listen to me, you fuckers. I've had enough. I'm done with you. Now leave me alone. No, it's okay. You can go teleport out. Oh yes! The travel time takes too long. No, Pazuzu, I refuse. I already beat you in like episode 6 or something. Who cares? You don't want a piece of this. Let's go this way. This should maybe pop out near the 3 chests I saw earlier. Yes. Excellent. 2 life drains, a gold card, and 2 muscle drinks. Ooh, these must be like those protein powders that have lead in them. I'm gonna give like 5 of these to Dazai, and then he'll somehow become more law-pilled or something. You there. Have you yet found the treasure here, or perhaps you're not privy to the existence of the treasure to begin with? Rumor has the creator hid something truly extraordinary here in Shakan. I heard it was sealed away 18 years ago, before Armageddon, for fear of it falling into the hands of the Lord of Chaos. If we're able to attain such a thing, the Demon King's armies would surely rally, even in the absence of Lord Ariok's leadership. But a treasure of such magnificence is sure to be kept under tight guard. I suppose the inner sanctum would make a logical location. So I was thinking a little bit on Dazai, who's now become a powerful lawman in Bethel. Fucked up, betraying his friends a little bit here. I will say the handling of it in this route, generally, I think is fine, but it's missing, it feels like it's missing a step narratively for me. Like, I'm cool with that, because it happens in a similar, both routes tend to get a lot of characters around the same similar place. So I'm not too bothered by like him being like a evil law guy, but I feel like it's missing like a plot point or a segment of something where we really get into the. I feel like there should be something right in between Mastema giving him power and us feeling the transition mode before he like takes his hat off and looks like he does meth. Like, I think there needs to be one more like step in there as it like fully locks in that he's not funny goofy guy who gained confidence and finally felt useful to people and now is like fully buying into all of the things that come from order and law and all that stuff. I feel like there's like one more step you need there to make it feel natural, because otherwise it's a thing of he gets turned into salt for a visual example because Mastema's funny as hell, then says, oh, I'll give him power after I crack him out of this thing real quick, and then the next time we see him, he's like super Hitler. Like, we need like at least, we need like one more step in there that like fully delves it out. I guess in some ways you could like attach it to like, oh, they dealt with like Hell's forces after that, but I wouldn't have, at Megaten specifically, compared to say like a Persona, doesn't necessarily delve super deep into the meanwhile going on the plot type stuff. I feel like this game could have done well to have a couple of scenes like that. I would have liked one for like the people that of the other Bethel branches, which we will see later, and they do have some of their time in these games, but would have definitely liked to see a, hey, maybe this is them dealing with those Demon King forces that you play against in the other route, but now they're solely dealt with by our characters, by Dazai, Abdiel, and any other forces that went ahead over there instead of to Shinjuku. I feel like you could have done a little bit of that stuff. But that ultimately wraps into my problem with the fact that there are two routes in this game. But sadly, I feel like each of them don't go all the way with what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It's like we got two of them, but they both don't fully fill me up the way I need them to, which is unfortunate. Okay, so I got turned around entirely because I didn't turn on this ley line. That's pretty much it. Okay, cool. That's also a problem. If I end up talking on a tangent about something, I'm, of course, going to turn myself around and then make negative progress. That is the classic. Okay, we have to get over to that side. We can try this one here. This one puts us on this really long pathway up here. Let's see. This one takes me nowhere. It does not... Like, none of them seem to matter for this one. Let's try this. What side? Side do you want? Okay. Puts me up here. Give me 3 elect gems. This over here doesn't have any devices but shoots me up. It'll give me some sparklies, but that's about it. Yeah, I should keep trying other things, you know. You never know. Maybe with another perspective as I go up these, I might figure something out. All right, so now I'm over here. Alright, I definitely didn't do this one yet. You know, double tapping to confirm does make this significantly more disorienting than it would need to be. It sucks how they set up these jumps. They perfectly, like, primed them that you cannot cheat. You cannot jump from one platform to the other. This seems to be the answer, though. Ah, but it's upside down. I gotta be right side up while here. Okay, this is it. There we go. I had to line up the ceilings a little bit. There we go. 3rd stratum nave. Definitely a good time to plop a savey doodle here. There we go. Halt, infidel, you trespass upon sacred grounds. Ahead lies the path to the inner sanctum. No demon can be permitted to pass. Leave now or be destroyed. I don't think they can be reasoned with. We'll have to push through, Kay. Alright, all buffed up and hydrated. Alright, let's see. I'm thinking I'm gonna hit you with succession into 4 ice attacks in a row that are buffed. I hope you like it. Okay, these guys are kind of badass. They got, like, way more health than I expected. Never mind, I must respect them. Next turn, they really want to do some damage. Let's go for Titanomachia. There we go. Pestilence, which does buff damage to poison foes. Yeah, that's good. That's like another 100 points. Burn them! Love the crits! Oh man, they really want to hit hard. Alright, we'll just kill them this turn. That's all this is telling me to do. Okay, no problemo. This power. You are the Nahobino Bethel, Japan, but your appearance does not match our reports. Your home is fading. Why do you stand against us? Now we can proceed. Our home is fading?
Right.
I'm sorry, I had no intention of hiding it, but I didn't have a chance to tell you. You're already aware that Tokyo, that you've always known, is a miracle formed by the Creator. This miracle is known as the Shekinah glory. You may have heard it before. We've recently confirmed the power of the Shekinah glory is waning, and Tokyo is beginning to disappear. This is a result of the Creator's defeat by the Lord of Chaos. In order to save Tokyo from dissipating, we need the power of a Nahobino. But there's no time to fully explain that. We'll pick this up when we conclude our business. They did say that this is the Shekinah glory is like stored here. Tsukiyomi wants to have a nice little chat in the barnyard. We'll do that once we've hit another save point. What the hell are those? Oh god! The ton of Jin. They're like, we've upgraded our security to several really big genies. We hope you enjoy. I was really you know they play tested this shit. They know people are gonna be like, I want to go back and forth. I want to like bait them. They're like, we kind of make it possible if you like work at it. It's not guaranteed. Okay. But do I trust going that way? Eh, sure. Gives me the red stuff. I considered a jump, but I didn't think that was going to help much either. They're like, on turn 2, it's going to be great. And I'm like, what turn 2? It's, you know, it's understandable to prepare for some big plays, but you got to be strong enough to live past one turn to do a play like that, man. I'm sorry. Maziodyne, or we'll ditch that. I don't even know if I'm using you, but it might be good fusion fodder. Something has a Maziodyne slot now, and I fuse her away. So majestic and beautiful. We're back to random horses patrolling around. Oh god, Floros. Yeah, I think I'm mostly fine with the things that chase you around in these dungeons, but the design where they like create a big wall of demons, I don't know. It to me, it feels weird. Like, I bet when they were making it, they're like, well, we're trying to compare it to like first-person dungeon crawlers where like things pop up in like old Megaten games. And from that perspective, I totally kind of get where they're coming from with it. But in this game, the presentation of it kind of feels like when you're playing a game that has a level editor and the level you're playing is made by someone who sucks, and then all they end up giving you is like, just like, oh, we placed 500 enemies along the line here, and I'm just like, I don't know if that, like, it looks a little tacky. When they're patrolling around, it's also not the most amazing configuration in the world, but I respect it immensely more than you're walking up on one door frame and we fit as many of these guys along the side as possible. I don't really have a problem with like a quote immersion breaking video game type stuff, but that stuff that I don't necessarily. I'm like, it's probably a more thoughtful way of doing it. I'm very interested the next time, whenever they decide to bust out a new mainline Megaten game, how they present stuff, even beyond mainline, like, side game type stuff. Really hoping we get another new announcement of something soon. Our last one that we got was Soul Hackers 2, which I was sadly not super into, which is unfortunate. But I would like to see where, see what other things that they start busting out, or they just say that they're remastering in some way digital Devil Saga. They can just go ahead and do that and do nothing else, and I'd probably be pretty plussed by it. You remade one of the Rido games before that, and I've got to be honest, a little insulted. It was good, though. I didn't like Rido as much as a lot of these games, though. I will say that. Story is one of the cooler ones they've ever done. I streamed through the remake of the first Rido game. Very cool story. Voice acting was good. Love the style. The swings it takes. But their action combat isn't super stellar. And I tend to think they do turn-based so well anytime they're not doing turn-based. I'm like, you're depriving me of more turn-based, dude. At least it makes sense there. That was already action, but I'm not. You gave me the choice, I'd typically pick one of their turn-based offerings over anything else. How atrocious. That intruder should find their way in here. Master Abdiel, forgive me. Bro is tired. Looks like we finished the dungeon, as we've reached a room where it is completely silent. And there's like a couple treasures around and a big save point. That's how you know we gotta get ready to move in. Got some fights and some cutscenes to perhaps do. I will say, compared to the Canon Creations big Demon King Castle, which is a dungeon that uses the fans that I had mentioned earlier, this one's a good bit easier. I think it's because you can kind of like eyeball the ceiling to kind of figure out which ones I should be gunning for. But yeah, we're pretty much done here, I believe. Hall of the Wheel. Let's just go ahead and heal up. I'll save my demon haunts for later, because I bet we can maybe get a couple stat ups in a row, and that would be nice. Just go ahead and do a little save.
Listen, young man.
I'm detecting a presence of a powerful demon. Prepare. All right, I'm prepared. Cool. Nice shapes.
That power has been sealed away. It is forbidden to release it.
How do you justify it? Locking up what offends you. Don't you feel any shame, oh Archangel?
You had best watch how you speak to me, silly child. Our Lord thinks in ways beyond you. He had his reasons for sealing you away.
If that is what your blind faith tells you, cling to it until the world dies.
The world? What are you doing?
I feel it. My true power is resting here.
Is that Hiromine?
Wait!
I have no more words to spare for you. My work is complete. Farewell, Archangel.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry I'm late.
You do not look like you are of Bethel. And if not, who are you? I am the Archangel Abdiel. You are not allowed here without permission from the Most High. I must insist that you leave. And if you do not wish to comply... That face... I know you. Nahobino of the Japan branch.
You're like that haircut, I get it. Those
You
bangs.
are a fool to try for godhood once more. Now you face judgment by an Archangel's blade.
This battle is for Atsuta. Use all we have and defeat Abdiel.
Yeah, I gotta say, this Abdiel kind of sucks, I'm gonna be honest here. You telling me you did no resistance against Yoko, but me, you're like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, just... You're really bad at your job. I don't care if you're stanced up real good as I pour more water. Alright, let's get to work. Alright, team, let's tickle her prostate. I guess we could check her stuff. A high-ranking angel wholly devoted to carrying out God's will. The name Abdiel carries the meaning of slave to God, which supposedly originates from the Arabic word for slave. Of all the angels who followed Lucifer, Abdiel was the only one to reject the temptation to rebel against God, and instead received God's praises for returning to his side. Abdiel then led the angels to fight against Lucifer. Okay, well, that explains why she's the most devout. Okay. Let's see what to do here. We'll wait for next turn to really pop off. Okay, let's not do the poison grift anymore. It's too dangerous. Alright. Bowl of Hygia. Let her get around in here. Ooh, not good. Okay, at least your elemental picks are bad. Alright, next up. Let's overheal. Alright, aside from my defense not being maxed, this is pretty good. I'm thinking I'm gonna hit you with 4 big ice moves in a row. You know what? No, let's do Titano Machia 4 times. Pop, 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 Pop. You telling me none of those could crit despite it having a high crit chance? I even have high crit chance on a passive. That was a waste of time. Okay, at least we got our super counter. But still, very offended by everything that just occurred there. Not a fan. Oh yeah, you have no problem getting a crit. Oh, now you want to do one, huh? Oh boy. Okay, well that hurt. Alright, heal everybody up. Alright, buffs reapplied. Guess you could try ice. No, my defenses! Uh-oh. Okay, things might get a little rough coming up, so let's see if we can maybe change tack here. Come, Loki. Guard, just so we don't lose. Try Zambarian. Ah, damn. Should have assumed you didn't like that. You're a bird. That was bad. Okay, thank God she hates my ass and mostly did those. That saves us a lot of trouble here. How about lightning then? Resist that too. Man, what do you do? Probably darkness, I guess. I had to think of something. Anyway. Go, my laser beam! Oh, I didn't kill with it. Okay, kill her with the cool aura farming move.
Your fate's already sealed.
Yeah!
Impossible. How could I have fallen?
I'm sorry to say, but everyone around you is getting stronger than you. You were much better at the start of the game when we hadn't established ourselves.
It's done. That was well fought.
Man, he he's very upset about Atsuta's death. He's like, it's done. She's washed.
I believe that was Yoko Hiromine we saw earlier. However, her presence did not feel entirely human. Could she be the one guiding Tiamat? As Mastema had mentioned, perhaps it would be best to pay him another visit.
Ah, you've returned. Do enlighten me with tales of what transpired within Shakan.
Blah, 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 blah.
I see. So that is what happened. As I suspected, you fought the obstinate Abdiel. But I'm certain such a battle served as a valuable lesson to her. The more pressing matter is that girl Yoko Hiromine. So, she has regained the power of a goddess. In ancient times, the gods that ruled the world were chosen by the goddesses of creation. Their purpose was to select the god that would become the next ruler, but the creator viewed this custom as a threat. As such, Yoko Hiromine was sealed away by the creator 18 years ago. And as irony would have it, she came to serve Bethel as an exceptional demon exorcist in the current day.
Is she a goddess?
Indeed. Her trust in the Creator was betrayed, and she came to harbor a deep hatred for Bethel. It is likely she made a deal with the Kadishtu in exchange for their assistance. Afterwards, She worked alongside the Kadishtu in order to reclaim her power. No doubt that is why she approached you as well. It was surely connected with the Kadishtu's aims. In other words, the Yoko Hiromine you met could be seen as a manifestation of the goddess Yoko who was sealed away. Now that she's attained her apotheosis, her true goal is utter annihilation. Nahobino, if possible, I ask that you make your way to the Empyrean and stop her. It is the world's fate to be remade. Birth, death, then rebirth. But if the throne is destroyed, that cyclical system will fail. Without the remaking of the world, all of humanity's souls will be lost, doomed to eternally wander the abyss. My lord does not wish for that to happen. Please lend us your strength, Nahobino.
Aha, yes! We have won. Aha, yay! I'm tired of seeing new ways. I'm good. I'm dumping the one I have now. I'm tired of seeing this guy.
I never thought I'd hear an angel instructing us to go to the Empyrean. As a Nahobino, we could potentially ascend the throne there and reshape the world. Is Bethel saying they'll allow this? In any case, we should return to Tokyo for now. There is much to fill you in on, and we should discuss our next move.
Thinking about the archangels like a cool dad, angry mom type of situation here, where it's like Abdiel hates my ass and wants to constantly kill me. Meanwhile, cool dad Mostima's like, yeah, man, we want you to do all of that stuff. Like, you can go up to the Empyrean and stuff. Don't tell mom. That damn schemer. What's up, dude? Heard what happened with Atsuta. It's a relief that at least you and the director came back safe. Sorry to ask you this with everything that's happened, but there's an important job. I need you to deliver a package to my boss at the Diet Building in Minato.
Yes.
Here.
No.
There's highly sensitive information in there.
Careful.
Okay. Alright, so we'll be careful. Let's quickly drop this off. It is really funny whenever they're like, go to the Tokyo Dive Building, they're like, we specifically mean the one in the realm of the demons, because that's the one we're looking for. Okay, let's go through here. How long have we been going? An episode's length. Ah, okay. I should start trying to figure out how to get out of here soon.
Hey. Oh, thank you.
Looks like everything's in order. I'll be handling these documents from here on out. What are they about? If you're deeply involved, so I'm sure it's fine to let you in. Results of an additional background check on Yoko Hiromine following the incident. We discovered that our original background check here on her was filled with falsified info. Likely the work of the Kadishtu. They excel at manipulation. I thought it was mainly of the mind and through magic and less on bad paperwork. In fact, the staff member who prepared the documents regarding her background check doesn't have a clear memory of doing so. Oh, okay. Well, that fits what I said. In any case, these documents here will give us an idea of Hiromine's movements when she was in communication with Lilith. You're a great help. If you don't mind, please lend some assistance to the other researchers here. I like how this quest is a very, very low stakes, like, basic thing of, go over here, and then, you know, it's mainly like a world building, I guess, type of thing of being like, yeah, this is why this occurred, you know. That's how she got in. Seems like you're able to handle it no problem. Did us a huge favor. We'll give you a New Testament tablet, which is very useful. This is going to allow me to respec my entire stat stuff, which should prove somewhat useful to us. It comes to maybe adjusting the build a little bit. Where is the exit? Yeah, it's not that one. They're so evil for not marking simply. Alright, let's see. Return to Tokyo and devise a plan. I guess we would devise a plan not outside, but inside. Yeah, we should probably go to that room. You know, I should probably respect our boss here and go to the room he always hangs out in. What's up, Big Sook Sook? Don't call me
Now
that.
then,
As I began to explain back at Shakan, the power of the Shekinah glory is waning, and Tokyo, as we know it, is beginning to disappear. The only way we can save Tokyo is by unseating the creator with the power of a Nahobino. In other words, we must assume the throne at the Empyrean and recreate the
a
world.
moment.
This will be a long conversation, but the information is vital. Listen close.
I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino and the power to reshape the world.
What is the War of the Gods?
Ever since time out of mind, the gods would do battle for the right to rule the world. Before the Creator reigned supreme, the throne belonged to Baal, god of the harvest. And even before that, it was held by Ra, the sun god. Every god who assumes the throne obtains its vast power, enough to reshape the world however they see fit. As such, many a god has fallen in pursuit of that power. I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino.
Oh, okay, he's gonna say that at the start every time. What is the Empyrean?
The throne of creation lies at the pinnacle of Empyrean heaven, or simply the Empyrean, as it has become known. That is where the Creator would be now, were he not ousted by Lucifer, as was claimed. Considering our fusion into a Nahobino, the claim is likely valid. Only Nahobino are allowed in the Empyrean's sacred space. As such, none have entered thus far. But you, however, can. I'll tell you everything.
What is the throne?
The throne of creation exists to prove one's dominion over the earth. Whoever assumes the throne may determine the world's laws and inner workings, much like how the Creator established his own order. Before the Creator, many other gods fought viciously over the throne, and hence the right to rule the world. And in order to save Tokyo, we must do the same. I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino and...
Okay, what is a Nahobino?
A Nahobino is a god in the fullest, or truest sense. Our original form, if you will. In ancient times, we were all Nahobino. But when the Creator took the throne, he demanded there be no other gods before him, and diabolized us all. He accomplished this by spiriting our knowledge away. Without the knowledge needed to shape a functioning world, we ceased to be divine, and were left to contend with our fallen nature. Our knowledge was sealed within the Garden of Eden. Mortals soon ate of its fruit, binding all knowledge to their souls and all who came after. Ever since the fall of man, demons have vied to steal the souls of humankind and restore their former selves. But they were doomed to fail. Long it was futile to seek out our knowledge and reclaim our former glory. But with Armageddon fulfilled, the rules have yet again changed. Aogami's true name is Susanoo. As Proto-Fiend, he was created to inherit the Amatsukami's full power. I myself provided the template, and as I've said before, I am Tsukuyomi of the Amatsukami. It is my personal mission to become a Nahobino and rescue Tokyo from the mouth of danger. But to do that, I require your aid. With that said, I must begin investigating a way to reach the Empyrean. I'm fairly certain the secret lies in Ueno, given the density of Bethel's security there. So, I will concentrate our branch's efforts on that. I will contact you the moment I turn up a solid answer. Until then, please bear with me.
Yeah, well, that was a nice dump of everything we need to know. The nature of Nahobino, which we've kind of known of, like, knowledge paired with the demon. So, human paired with demon to, like, create this. Also, there's a lot of media that's like, fantastical thing combines with a non-fantastical, like, normal thing like us to
Hey.
reach new potential. What? I feel like a white girl was talking to me. Who's there?
Oh, can't you tell it's me?
Oh.
Listen, we need to talk. It's serious, but I can't really tell you here. Would you mind meeting me on the roof? I'll go on ahead.
Okay. All right, next time, we'll have a conversation with dead women, because I feel like that's just important. Sometimes you just gotta have chats like that, man. You know, you don't even need a Ouija board for this. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Man, it's hard to believe that we're most of the way through this game at this point. I've had a great time with this Let's Play of Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, and we're going to try our best to end this as strong as possible. And honestly, just thank you for watching it and allowing me to do this type of thing, especially those who support further by liking on the video, dropping a comment, and most importantly to the people that help monetarily support this venture. Because views, they're not huge. You can always support me over on patreon.com/KZExcellent. You get to appear in these credits at any amount. But if you drop $25 or more per month, you get a special shout out like these lovely people. Chris C, WTF Spider-Man, and Juicifrost. Thank you so much and enjoy the end card.